If you're looking for something weird, wacky, and ridiculous, you've come to the right podcast. Alexa, what day is it?
It's Thursday, October 17th.
And no, we take nothing seriously here on the Rat's Ass Podcast. You know, by the way, everybody's picking up on the pseudonym The Rap. Instead of calling us the Rat's Ass Podcast, it's all hip and cool now. We're now called The Rap. So yeah, that's when you know you're getting famous. That's when you know you're growing and getting bigger, when somebody gives you a nickname. The Rap. We kind of gave it to ourselves and you picked up on it, but hey, that's cool. From Hollywood, it's the world famous Mojo Elliott. Mojo Potatoes Elliott. I like that. Giving myself a nickname. Let me smack myself. That sucked. That sucked. Here, to rap about the stuff nobody really gives a rat's ass about, we are rated E for explicit and exceptional. Did you know you can get a Cajun turkey from Popeyes for Thanksgiving? Doesn't that sound good? Cajun-style cooking. I'm drooling right now. Doesn't that sound better than an old dried-out bird that your grandma would make in a paper bag? But I heard this third party, so don't hang me on this one. But I heard you can get a discount if you say this when you order. Popeye stuffed olive oil's bird. Popeye stuffed olive oil's bird. Now, I don't know why I'm whispering. It just kind of felt appropriate, but that's code. All right, if this is your first time listening to the Rat's Ass Podcast, you will need a jar of Vaseline. This is how the Rat's Ass Podcast works. You email your thoughts, observations, comments, and questions to me, and I respond to them. The more outrageous, the more I like it. Send them to ratsasspodcast@gmail.com. Now, you can listen on Alexa, Spotify, Apple, and most other podcasts, plus on our Facebook page. You don't have to dig through your app, man. We're right there in your news feed. Just follow us on the Facebook. New episodes drop every Tuesday and Thursday every week. Now, no, I do not read your emails in advance. My producer, Fleabag, forwards me your name, where you're from, and converts your email so I can respond to them rapid fire and on the fly. All right, now, we've had a couple of complaints that hearing the rolling of the dice to tell us how many emails that we're going to read on each podcast drives some people absolutely nuts. Gets them crazy, gets them all fired up, they want to punch out, they want to go listen to another podcast. So they don't like it when we do this. So we need to stop doing this. Rolling the dice to see how many emails we're going to read today. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We need you to email. How many emails do you think we should read every podcast? We're going to narrow it down to one number. We're going to take all the emails we get, add them all up, divide it by the number of emails we get, and that's the number of emails we will do every podcast. You will know what to expect when you come. You're going to know that you're going to hear 7 fun emails, and you won't have to listen to this any longer. To those of you who are getting all fired up right now because I can't take that. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. All right, so let's roll them one last time. We're going to roll the dice to see how many emails we're going to read between 2 and 12. All right, we're going to do 4 today. Hey, it's going to be an easy day. Thursday, heading downhill to the weekend. Why the hell not? All right, let's get into the cheese. Milo M. from Salem, Ohio. Okay, movie man, you say you can't be stumped guessing movie lines. Why do you think you're so good at it? And try these on for size. Why do I think I'm good at it? Well, I was a radio personality for 20 years doing a morning show. And, you know, I own close to 3,200 movies and TV shows on DVD and Blu-ray because I used to take audio from these particular movies that were popular movies, obviously. We don't take, well, sometimes they weren't popular movies, but we cut lines from those movies for drops. So I've heard it all multiple times, and that's why I'm good at it, because I recognize them almost on a snap because I've listened to them so many doggone times. Okay, so let's see what you got for me here. From the soles of your feet with every ounce of your blood, you've gotten your body. Lay it on the line until the final whistle blows. From the soles of your feet, with every ounce of your blood, you've gotten your body. Lay it on the line until the final whistle blows. Well, that sounds like a sports movie to me. I think that's from We Are Marshall. We Are Marshall. You can't stump me on sports movies either. I told you, raunch-coms, not going to do it. Sports movies, right up my alley. Dramas, comedies, not going to catch me on those. All right, you got another one here. You have forgotten who you are, so you have forgotten me. You have forgotten who you are, so you have forgotten me. That one I don't know. I don't know. So, has to be from an animated film. You'll stump me every time, like I said last podcast. You'll stump me every time if you give me animated film. Fleabag, take that quote, that movie line, run it through Google, and tell me what movie that's from. Tell me what movie that's from. Have you forgotten who you are, so you have forgotten me? Lion King? Lion King? Okay, yeah, see? We got to make some rules here. If you're going to send me the movie lines for me to guess, okay, the rules are no animated films, and let's say it had to be a number one movie at the box office at least 1 week, okay? So if you're going to send me movie lines to try and stump me, that's what the rules are now. No animated films. And it must have been at least number one at the box office, at least for 1 week. Kelly K. from Joplin, Missouri. I think my boyfriend is cheating on me with my sister. What? Oh, geez. What can I do to stop it without causing any friction between them? Well, if you're not sure, Kelly, and you want to keep your boyfriend, and why would you really if you think this is really going on, just mention in passing to him that you think your sister's having an affair with someone you both know. And if he starts fidgeting around like a one-legged cat trying to bury shit on the frozen pond, you know what's going on. Then you know that he knows that you know. I think that's the best way to handle it. Steve B. from Pikes Peak, Colorado. I really like this girl I'm dating, but she has this huge eraser-sized mole on her ass that's gross. How can I tell her to have it removed without hurting her feelings? Have you tried a blindfold, Steve? But seriously, I think this is a touchy subject. So politely ask, in a quiet moment, where you're just kicking back and everything's really chilled, did you know you have a really sexy mole on your tushy? And I think tushy's the key word here because it keeps it friendly. But I'm sure it's not healthy. Have you seen a doctor about it? And if she doesn't appear concerned, try the blindfold. Missy U from Norman, Oklahoma. I spit out my drink when I heard you say you went to graveyards to have sex when you were in high school. So did I? Oh, you did? I'm glad I'm not alone. Any chance you went to Norman North High School? Sally, Missy, I know it's a small world, but no. Nope, I've only driven through Oklahoma. But I did stop at Mama Lou's restaurant in Oklahoma City. And I remember this because when they saw I was a city slicker traveling through Oklahoma, they picked up my tab. Some of the nicest people I've ever met are from Oklahoma. And they had this just popped into my mind, so let me share this with you. They had this busboy who did look like Ruprecht in the movie Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. And I've always wondered if Mama Lou had to put the genital cuff on him. But shout out to Mama Lou's in OKC. Good food, good people. Love the people from Oklahoma. All right, you know what, Fleabag? I don't like doing 4. I don't like doing it. It just seems like I got started. Let's do one more at random. Let me spin this. Now, Fleabag has not read this one, and I have not seen it. But I'm just going to spin down here and just pick one at random. All right, here we go. Let's see if I can get my clicker on here. There we go. Greta D. I almost said her last name. Don't want to do that. Greta D. from Lugano, Switzerland. A Swiss girl, huh? Okay. Why don't you do your podcast live on TikTok? Me and my friends will watch and mess with you. You know, we're trying to get there. I've got 575 followers on TikTok, and they want you to have 1,000 followers. So I've got about 425 to go, doing quick math in my head. But that's the goal. Get to 1,000 followers, grow a porn stash, and go live on TikTok. Who knows how long that'll take. And that's the cheese. And before I get into the extra cheese, remember to keep your emails coming with your thoughts, observations, comments, and questions. And I'll give you my 2 cents that make no sense on the next podcast. Send them to ratsasspodcast@gmail.com. All right, turn off the lights, folks. Here comes the extra cheese. We got some sad news from Buenos Aires, Argentina this morning. Liam Payne, former member of the boy band One Direction, died tragically when he fell from his hotel balcony yesterday. Reports say authorities were called about Payne, who was apparently trashing his room. They feared he was high on drugs and alcohol and was a danger to himself because the room had a balcony. And he fell to his death. He was killed instantly. He was 31 years old, leaves behind a 7-year-old son. What a tragedy. What a tragic thing, leaving behind a 7-year-old son. I mean, what can you say? Our deepest condolences go out to his family, friends, and fans. I just think he must have had some mad demons running through him at the time. But God, such a tragic loss for a talented young man. After 6 years, the Victoria's Secret runway show returned in New York City with a bevy of thin models showing off their skimpy outfits on the catwalk. And yes, there were some outfits on the plus-size models too. They were featured on the catwalk. Al Pacino, who was 84, starred in tons of great movies like the Godfather films, Scarface, Devil's Advocate. God, that's a great movie. I love The Devil's Advocate. Scent of a Woman, another great movie. Heat, I could go down the line, man. He did a lot of great movies. Well, Al's broke. He's pissed away all of his money on expensive toys. It's estimated that he blew through about 120 million bucks. Al's response? Wait for it. Hooah! Ex-heavyweight champ Mike Tyson is set to battle Jake Paul on November 15th in Dallas. Now, Tyson's 58, Paul's 27, and it's the ultimate old bull versus young bull fight. Now, if you recall the story I told you about the young bull and old bull, you know I'm going to go with the old bull, Mike Tyson, in this fight. I mean, Mike Tyson, my God, I would never pay for a Mike Tyson fight in his prime, because you'd pay for the fight flip on the TV, it'd be ding, ding, bang, bang, fight's over. Mike would knock motherfuckers out in 30 seconds or less. Just it wasn't worth the money. You'd miss it. And pay-per-views were terrible at that time because he would just knock people out. I don't know if he's going to knock Jake out that quick. It might take 45 seconds. What's that, Fleabag? He's holding up a sign for me here. Tell the old bull, young bull story. Oh, I've told this like 2 or 3 podcasts out of, what's this, our 15th? All right, I'll do it again so that people can get the whole ploy of why I like the old bull. Okay, story is, old bull, young bull, sitting on a hillside overlooking a field of cows. Old bull says to the young bull, hey, I think I fucked up that story. Young bull says to the old bull, hey, old dude, what do you say we run down and fuck one of them cows? Old bull says, go ahead, but I'm going to walk down and fuck them all. That's why I like the old bull. Got a little bit more experience. Know how to work that thing. Halloween. Halloween is just a couple of weeks away. And most costumes are being manufactured right now, hanging from the store shelves. People like to make up their own costumes, of course. I like to make my own costumes if I dress up for Halloween. Usually I just go as myself. It scares the hell out of people. But the most popular costumes are Donald Trump, Kamala Harris, and Tim Walz, Batman, Spider-Man, Superman, Harley Quinn, Barbie and Ken, anything Beetlejuice. I think it's Shrunken Head Bob is the most popular one. And Sean Diddy Combs. Now, what's that going to look like? Some black dude walking around with a dildo in their butt? But who really gives a rat's ass? Be sure to email what you want me to rap about on the next episode to ratsasspodcast@gmail.com. If you haven't learned anything new yet, did you know the sentence, the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog, uses every letter in the alphabet? Dazzle your pals with that one. We'll do this again next Tuesday, October 22nd. And that, my fiends, is the rap